This is an autobiography written by Tim Howe for a child, family, and community class that he was taking in January of '05. My life so far has only been seen through the eyes of a child or a teenager, so I guess my story has pretty much just begun. I have, for the most part, gotten through all the whitewater, and now the river is starting to calm down. I have been living on the same street my whole life, just opposite ends, so I know all the little nooks and crannies of my neighborhood quite well. The most of my childhood memories include exploring the hills in front of my house, attempting to double backflip on my trampoline, and making sure that I knew what was and wasn't flammable. The hills in front of my house that are now being taken over by a mall allowed me and my friends to exert so much creativity. We sought out untouched lands free from concrete and tract homes, and we claimed our territory by giving it names like Base 1, or, if we put a lot of thought into it, Base 2. We designed weapons to fight off any unwanted intruders, including spiders, snakes, and Bigfoot, because we were sure that Bigfoot was out there. My family loves to travel, and when we travel, we hit the road. The only times we resorted to taking planes was to see the East Coast. Growing up, I was incredibly lucky to be able to see so many different sights while looking out the window of a motorhome that loved to give us trouble. I got to play in snow in places like Canada and Colorado, and to check out old factories and tractors in Kansas and load up on firecrackers in Mexico. Boy Scouts of America entered my life around the age of 8 without my approval, but 10 years later I finished and was very thankful that I was given that opportunity. Going through Boy Scouts taught me more than I would ever have imagined. It helped me build lots of confidence in myself, how to be a team player, and how to put others before myself. On 50-mile backpack hikes, it also taught me how stopping and complaining will not get you to the top of the mountain. One other thing that I had noticed through Boy Scouts was the fact that I enjoyed working with kids, so I began working at the Boys and Girls Club, and that has so far been my most fantastic job. I have always been a very active kid. I think I was trying to see if I could get my heart to pop. I have always loved playing basketball and football, and over the past few years I have fallen in love with surfing. Growing up, I also wanted to be a coach. I wanted to coach basketball or soccer. Then I started to think about coaching or teaching kids how to surf. I have experienced quite a few jobs, ranging from supersizing someone's meal, nailing down someone's roof, cleaning out someone's pool, to watching over someone's kids, and I felt most at home when I was with those kids. Something that I used to always wish for as a kid was to get a younger sibling. I was leaning more towards a brother, but I would have loved to have had either. I always wanted my footsteps to be followed by a baby brother, and then help him leave behind his own steps. Having children of my own is one thing that jumps into my head every time I see someone else's snot-faced kids. I am very excited to get into teaching and to be a part of the learning cycle, even though school was on the very bottom, practically hanging off of my list of favorites.